Really proud of the way our team competed today and showed great poise, I thought, especially in the second half of this game. Kevin's teams are always very good defensively, aggressive, hard to deal with, and our guys only turned it over 5 times today, which I thought was a big key in the game. We did not do a very good job defensive rebounding. We've got to keep working on that. But, you know, down the stretch, an older group, which we have, I thought made a lot of really good decisions, just showed good poise, got the ball to good places. Defense, I thought our defense continued to get better the longer the game went. Man, Dontre Styles, love that dude. Tried to recruit him out of high school. Really good player, and he was making all kinds of shots on us today. He's played great in the last couple of weeks. But pleased with our team. Our team really coming off the bye, I thought was good for us. We had a chance to get a little bit healthy. We've been battling some sickness and some bumps and bruises, and our guys came into this game with great energy. Questions for me?
Coach, 10-1 in ACC play, first time ever that this went over.
Second, I think. Second.
Second?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
A little better history than people give credit for, but that's okay.
that make-
Yeah, it's great. There's still 9 games left. Doesn't mean a lot right now, other than, you know, we have important games ahead because you've played well. You know, the games ahead give you a chance to do something special. So we'll, you know, get back tonight and then get focused on Georgia Tech for Tuesday night.
What do you do to kind of address those defensive rebounding issues?
Well, it's hard. Ian Shefflin is not the best blockout guy. He's just a kind of a go-get guy. And so there are a couple times when he's a culprit. I don't say a lot to him because he's such a good rebounder. But our guards got to continue to rebound better. Chauncey Wiggins has to rebound better. That's been an area that we've, you know, one of the few areas where he hasn't developed as much as I would like. And I don't know what he ended up with today, but I know at halftime he didn't have a defensive rebound. He didn't have a rebound. That's not good. And so our guards have to support our big guys. You know, Victor and Ian usually do a decent job. Victor had 9 and Ian had 5 defensive rebounds. Jaden Zachary battled for 5. Dylan ended up with 3. So it just takes everybody rebounding the ball. You know, your defense is good, so you get teams to miss a lot. You know, I don't know what they shot, 37%, maybe 38%. So there's a lot of misses. And so there's going to be a few more naturally because there's some long rebounds and things are going to get away from you. But, you know, in the first half, we were really upset with our team because that was the number one thing we talked about, and we didn't do a good job with it. But, you know, when that happens, it puts a tremendous amount of pressure on you to take care of the ball. Otherwise, you're losing possessions in the game. And so we were able to keep our turnovers down, and I thought execute very well in the half court.
Coach, how tough is it to win on the road in the ACC?
Yeah, it is. It's competitive. It helps when you have an older group like I do. I think that's the biggest advantage that older players bring to a team is just when buildings get loud, more guys on your team have probably played well at some point or another in some of these kinds of environments, and so they're not as panicky. They show poise, they execute, they do what you're supposed to do down the stretch and finish. You know, I thought Kevin's team played incredibly well against Duke in that environment, that situation for however many 38 minutes of the game. That speaks to their team, you know, poise and playmaking. But I've got an older group. Chase has been with me a long time. You know, Victor's an older player, Jaden's an older player, Ian's a senior. We have an older team, and when you have older teams, you have a better chance of dealing with those environments.
Chase Arnott, I think, had 20 points, but he had those 2 stretches in the second half where he really stepped up.
Yep.
One where NC State was kind of threatening, and then to put the game away at the end. How important is he to your team and where you guys want to go for the next month and a half?
Yeah, he's very important, but a lot of guys on our team are. You know, his job is, you know, to score the basketball for us, make good decisions, which he did. I think what was great about his play today is he also made some really good plays in the pick and roll, and he can do that. He's obviously played primarily at the point last year. He's played a little bit of point this year, but also off. His versatility with Jaden makes those 2 guys one of the better backcourts in our league. And you know, their competitiveness, their age, their poise, playmaking, and then obviously Jaden's ability to guard has taken some pressure off Chase, where he's not guarding the point guard every possession like he was last year. And it's probably freed him up a little bit to be an even better offensive player.
Any more questions in the room? Got time for a couple virtually.
Coach, this is Darian Carter with Greenville News. You guys have been one of the best three-point shooting percentage teams in the nation this season, I guess. How has the team improved this season? How has it helped the offense as a whole?
Yeah, we've had some guys on our team get better shooting, namely Chase Hunter. I thought he was a better shooter than his stats last year. He had streaks where he was really good and a couple where he wasn't. Some of that was fatigue. Certainly it opens the basket area up for us. It stretches defenses. We're able to get some more easier baskets because teams do have to guard our three. Dylan Hunter's an improved shooter. That was a huge three that he made when Kevin went zone out of the timeout. We moved the ball. I thought showed good poise and patience, and then Dylan just stepped into one and knocked it down. And those are big time shots. And he didn't really make those the first 2 years of his career, but this year I think he's proven to our staff that he can do that on a regular basis, and that was a big shot today.
And last month for me, you guys were 10-1 at this point 2 seasons ago and finished 14-6 in ACC play. That kind of derailed you guys' March Madness hopes, I guess. Or entering these last 9 games for you and your team, how you guys addressed that, how you kind of move forward from that?
This is a different team. You dig into it. We had some injuries where guys missed games, and during that stretch, and that's part of it. Is you got to be lucky when you don't have your full guys. It makes it hard. We've been lucky this year that most games we've had full allotment, but this year's team needs to just worry about what's ahead of us, not what happened 2 years ago. Proud of us for being 10-1, but we know there's 9 more games to go to finish the league. We're going to do the best we can.
Got one more in the room.
Brad, can you comment about Trey Parker and Paul, the two freshmen that Kevin's got this year?
Yeah.
Their performance, especially Trey after,
Yeah.
against Duke on Monday.
Yeah, both guys. Paul been shooting the ball well. We recruited Paul too. He can really shoot, great size. Banged in the 2 threes today. Parker's just plays with really good poise. Good player. Knew about him. Played unbelievably well in that environment for a freshman to go to Duke and do that. Those guys are good players. They're going to just keep getting better. That's 2 guys that's going to make Kevin really happy in the future.
All right, thanks.
Okay, guys. Thank you.